YouTube. I am whipping up my cranberry energy vitamin C drink and oatmeal and coffee this morning. Getting some work done, answering patient-related concerns and following up on biopsies and that sort of thing. Today is an admin day for me. And I've been using my new mugs from Pier 1. I really like them. They're nice and big. That's a little hot, but you guys were commenting about how you were sort of surprised about Neosporin being such a deadly offender. Yeah, it does cause quite a bit of problems. What happens is when people get like a rash, particularly an eczema rash that's red and weepy, they put a lot of it on thinking that the rash is infected and that they're doing good. But in reality, they're doing more harm because rashy eczema skin is, the barrier is impaired, so it's kind of primed for developing an allergy. And Neosporin is a key offender. That being said, if you do have a cut, guys, Vaseline works great on cuts. Just clean the cut with just plain water. Put a seal of Vaseline. It's also a misconception that if you have a cut, you want to dry it up and have a dry, hard scab. That's actually the opposite. You want to keep the wound moist because the reason you want to do that is the new skin cells have to start crawling over one another to seal up the top of the wound. And they can't do that if there's some big crusty rock scab there. And so what that leads to is the skin around the scab gets tight and dry and you think that it's healing, but it's actually just making a scar there. So it's much better to keep the wound clean, just to clean it with some warm water and slather Vaseline on it and cover it with a bandage. The little skin cells to do their little dance and cover the wound like that, and decrease your chance of scar forming and help it heal faster and better. So. And it's shaping up to be another beautiful day here. All right, guys, so it's kind of gray out, but the weather's pretty mild. I'm getting a lot of work done this morning, and now I'm going out for a little lunch. There's this chopped chicken place that I went to several months ago, and I'm kind of in the mood to go back to. It's pretty healthy, so. I got chopped chicken with, it's like cucumbers, green peppers, carrots, and the corn salsa, and then I got a side of these. And they have a ton of salsas you can get, so I got tomato, and then there's like a spicy curry one to try, so the owner here is so nice. He brought me extra sauce. Although they have a thing where you can get as much sauce as you want, he brought it to me, so it's really sweet. Look how good the veg game is, though, guys. Like, you can also get it without chicken if you want, if you're vegetarian. It's so healthy. The mustard, the curry mustard, it's really good. And then he brought me this cilantro one, which is also good. And the platanos are really good too. They're baked. Well, guys, that was delicious. And that'll fuel me through SoulCycle this evening. I love platanos. I prefer them to sweet potatoes, although I like sweet potatoes too. So I'm back and I got a little bit more work done, and now I'm in here in the closet of doom. And I mean, my purging skills, guys, I take Marie Kondo, guys, to a pathologic level. Like, I don't know if you recall when I brought you in here before, but look at how much stuff I've purged. You know, I've kind of been in denial for hurricane season. When is it? I don't even know, but I think the location I'm at in Houston, I'm okay, so that's where we're at. Oh, and I just started watching, streaming in the background, She's in Her Apron, and I'm watching some of her older vlogs where she and her husband go to a conference in Disney, and she's about to head to the Magic Kingdom. And I went to that once as a child, but I've never been as an adult, and our annual dermatology meeting is going to be in Orlando, and so I think I'm going to go there. I don't know, would you guys like to see that? What should I do there? I really want to try Dole Pineapple Whip. That's the only thing I really care about acquiring or to partaking in, is that Pineapple Whip. Do I have to have a ticket to get the Pineapple Whip, or what's the rubric there? I'm not sure. But anyway, speaking of closet purging, guys, the other day I mentioned about how you should get rid of your mascara every 3 months, or how, you know, that's what I do. You also should get rid of any sunscreens that are 3 years old or greater, particularly the chemical sunscreens. This is Neutrogena's Moisture Wrap Daily Repair Body Lotion. I really like this, but it's good for everyday kind of winter skin care. It's got glycerin in it, and it's just really nice, and it's pretty light though. Not only is it about the ingredient, it's also about the vehicle. So lotions tend to be a little bit more watery, not so great for really, really dry skin, but they tend to go on lighter, and so they tend to be a little bit better in the summertime. Whereas ointments are good for thick skin on the heels and lips. Those are going to be your kind of grease-based vehicles. You wouldn't really want to put an ointment, though, all over your face. Lotions and gels are good for the face. Creams are good for the body. Ointments are good for heels and lips and really, really dry hands. This I really love. This is the Neutrogena Norwegian Formula Foot Cream. I swear though, the hand cream is the exact same. I think they're the same thing. They just put the foot cream in a smaller tube and label it foot cream, but I think they're the same thing. And then this is the moisturizer I use at night. I always have an extra on hand. I love this stuff, the oil-free moisturizer. I personally really just like Neutrogena. And then this is the salicylic acid face wash that I typically use some nights in the shower. This is great kind of as a light peel too, to lather it up on your face and let it sit on the skin and then rinse it off. I find this is helpful for I find that in doing that, like on my nose, that I have significantly decreased the size of the little pores on my nose. Yeah, the idea of freeing up space is just so like liberating. But anyways, right now I'm having half a serving of my turmeric chai elixir. I feel like this stuff gives me a lot of energy. It doesn't have any caffeine in it, or really, yeah, it says no caffeine, gluten-free, non-GMO. I don't know what it is, but it definitely, I can attest to the fact that I have enhanced energy after I drink this. So I'm going to consider this my pre-workout before SoulCycle. I think it's really appropriate for that, and I'm only having half a serving because it really amps me up, whatever it has in it. One of you guys was asking me about my thoughts on antioxidants in the skin. Hard to know about putting them on the skin. There's a lot of interest in antioxidants in aging. My personal gestalt is that putting things like that on the skin is a good effort, but you know, the skin is a pretty thick barrier. I mean, that's its job. So putting things on top of the skin and hoping that they'll work is maybe not as good as actually ingesting them, like in eating lots of leafy green vegetables and you know, blueberries and dark chocolate. I think those things are better ways and more fun than just putting expensive products on your face that, who knows, they probably just fall off. Well, I'm on my way to SoulCycle. I'm pretty stoked for it. I actually need to run. You know, some people say, oh, how do you run? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't go forcing it, you know. But for me, I need it. I need it. Really, I really do. Because it would give me time to just really reflect before reacting. And so running has taught me a lot of life lessons, just solely by being alone for prolonged periods of time with nothing but your body moving through space. Well, another awesome SoulCycle class, guys. I feel like you know, it's on and it's really pumping and energy was high and the resistance cranked up. It's a really good class. Well, hey YouTube, I am all back from SoulCycle and showered, feeling just rejuvenated as always after Kamel. That guy really uplifts and tortures simultaneously. Get rid of all. If there's something that I own that I have not looked at or used, I seriously evaluate why it's in my life and just get rid of it. You know, it's like it just takes up space. And an additional thing that I do is I ask myself when I'm in a store, whenever I'm tempted to buy something in a store, I always ask myself, like, do I already have this? And where is it going to go? And when I think about it occupying space in my life, it really forces me to reevaluate whether or not I need it. Now, where I fall delinquent on that is in the realm of free sample. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. I actually didn't really care for this that much. I didn't find it to be a good enough facial moisturizer. But where I do think it would be good is in the setting of using a prescription retinoid or now over-the-counter retinoid like adapalene. When you're getting peely and dry, I think this might actually be nice. But anyways, I checked the mail on my way back in, and wouldn't you know it, guys, wouldn't you know it. Another magazine in the mail. This is Gwyneth. I've talked about Gwyneth Paltrow on here before. I actually like her. I know most people detest her, and I can see why. She's a bit abrasive. But one thing that I am intrigued by, she has a skincare line. I've never used any of her products before. Have you guys? I believe she's got one of those stem cell creams, which is a load of hooey. In my opinion, I don't really see how a stem cell can function when applied to the skin. It really can't. Whew. You know what that was, guys? I popped in one of those spicy nuts, and there's a little bit of spice in the back of my throat. But anyways, I'm going to conclude the vlog here. I hope you all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!